Well. What do we have here? Well, what it is my desperate attempt to try to rewrite channel history and maybe get the most viewed video on my channel ever. You know, a nice little video back in December 26th of 2016. I actually thought it was 2 years ago. It wasn't. The Browns are just that bad that this kind of thing kind of happens almost every year. But of course, the Browns, we know, are not actually 0-16. And there's a good chance they might actually win a game. But I'm not going to let the Browns somehow out-Browns me and get themselves a win before I can get maximum viewage, all right? You know, don't lie you wouldn't do this, all right? You know you would. Either way, it's still a fun video. But we did a who would win 2016 Browns versus 2008 Detroit Lions. The Browns ended up going like 1-15. Tons of, not hate, but tons of people saying, and I was like, you know what, you're right, but I still got them view though. But at this point, they are 0-11, and the reason why I'm doing it now is because they play my Packers, and God, would that be the worst. Not only would we be the ones to give the Browns their first win, but I'd also lose my video chance. So, if you factor in that I am not allowing that to happen, you know, win. So that's how I look at it. I do care, sadly. These are the rosters. That's not John Kitna, but I decided, one, there was no rosters for this, so I had to make them myself. Two, I decided to just use the regular players and rewrite their names and, you know, their overalls and whatnot. So, you know, we have pretty much every player possible. The problem here is, not that it matters too much most likely, but A, they're actually an amazing roster. I would assume by the end of the Madden year, they dropped a bit. So it's kind of a hard thing to deal with, which always makes this video kind of weird. But they are actually a pretty decent roster. But two, on franchise, for whatever reason, I guess they just fit with the Lions scheme perfectly somehow. Because, you know, that's the Lions. They haven't changed their scheme in over almost 10 years. So, you know, that's why it fits. But basically, every player is a +2 overall. These are the rosters I use. The exact same rosters. For whatever reason, just about every single player is +2. And of course, last video I did for this, which of course was about a year ago, a little early with it. Like I said, we have our reasonings, I suppose. It was not an actual watching the game, which I'll do. I did that before, and it was terrible. It did not work for whatever reason. So we're going to leave that out for now. We're going to actually just watch them two play, assuming they brought that back. Thank you, custom game. For whatever reason, they added the live feature and never brought back the customized feature. So this is going to be an interesting one. You can see we have the Browns. We're going to give them home field advantage. You'll see in a minute why we're going to give... Oh, 83? Is this the custom roster, though? I thought they were much better overall than that. 83 is still amazing, but... Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe... Oh, please, EA. Please do not tell me you've done what I think you've done, which is giving me the Week 13 rosters for this occasion. Because if that is what you've done, I'm going to kill myself, all right? I'm almost certain that's what they've done. Do they have the Lions at all? Just to see if they... Damn it. I'm almost certain that's what it is. It has to be, because why are the Vikings such a high... Well, I mean, I guess they would be a high overall. Whatever, we're going to go Browns, Lions, and we're going to choose the middle option. Yes, I would like to continue. Why wouldn't I? 5-minute quarters. Play clock remaining. I don't want to do 10. That's a little fast, but we're going to go 15 seconds. So I'm not here all damn day. I'm going to go with a nice... Let's go with a nice 6:30, which would be a 5:30, which is a like Thanksgiving-style game. Or, you know, like a special occasion game, like a Christmas game or a playoff game. Usually those aren't the timings you would see. But let's take a look. Who is going to be the victor? I mean, the Lions seem to have a pretty damn good roster, but they were 0-16, and that's something. That's always something to think about, especially since that's basically the whole premise of this video. So definitely think about it. We'll find out in a minute if what is true is true. I think it is. So we're actually watching the game. I don't know why they're only an 83. If I'm being 100% honest, I think this roster should be like an 89 or more. So if these are correct, you know, if the gameplay plays the way it should, this should be a slaughter fest. The Lions should win this, but we'll see. We'll see. Duckett, and Duckett was a big man, by the way. I can't remember if he was 250 or... There was some player, I think they had a tight end. I made him from Darren Fells. Tight end was like 300 pounds. That's all I'm going to say. John Kitna. Damn, John Kitna's a legend, man. I love when my Elgato cuts out. It's just great. 5-minute quarters, I think, is enough of an accurate representation. We'll just times everything by 3, so I'm not here all night. Great block pickup. Kitna rolling out to the right. What a dot and a half to Beverly, who isn't done yet. I don't think it's Beverly that's the big man. First throw is very successful. They're going out, passing again. I mean, they have a little bit of a rushing attack. Oh, there's a blitz again. And somehow the running back holds on to that. Kevin Jones making one hell of a play there. Considering it probably should have went for nothing. If we're being 100% honest, that pressure was there. Threw it into a linebacker. That's never a good sight. Like I said also, though, the Browns have a bit of a disadvantage here, as the Lions have an amazing damn roster. This has got to be a run. Come on, Cleveland. Don't you Cleveland this. This is obviously a run. Oh, it's a pass. Oh, I'm sorry. It's play action. I totally lied. And Kitna misses, but also so does whoever the hell that guy was, because that probably could have been picked off, even though it somehow wasn't. All the way down to the 37-yard line in like 4-ish plays. And here comes a screen. They are nowhere near that screen. And Bell, brother of Le'Veon, I have no idea. I highly doubt it. Bell gets a nice little first down there. These guys all look like real-life players. It's so weird. I mean, no one had a roster yet somehow, so made my own. It is what it is. Don't know why that would make any difference. So, actually, we probably are going to sim. That was the backup plan, but that's also going to be the main plan as well. And throwing to a wide open furry, those things are they're coming alive. Don't look it up on YouTube. I'll tell you. Take away the E. I think I would assume it's a phenomenon. It's definitely a phenomenon. An unexplained situation going out there in the world. If you're a furry yourself, okay. I mean, hey, cool. Share this back to your camp leader and tell me how it goes. Oh, Jesus. 2 minutes left in the first quarter from the 15-yard line. Is this going to be the run? I don't think they ran it a single time yet. This has got to be the run, surely. Surely it is. Here it is. The first run of the game, and I thought it was going to be a touchdown. Kevin Jones looking good for a nice gain of 5. And half of the yards already there. So the first quarter clearly belongs to the Lions. What kind of camera view is this? 2nd and 5 from the 9-yard line. They're stacking the box. I would not expect a run. They do not all the time in the world. Like literally all damn day. Beverly gains the first down, and they are down to the 4-yard line. Kitna has the easiest job in the world to try and win this game against the Browns. The Browns are just the Browns. The Lions are just the Lions. But today the Lions have a much better roster. Let's just call it how it is. Back in those Madden days, they had the rookies all have the same exact face, I believe. First and goal, though, from the 4-yard line, under a minute left. Jones getting stopped at the 2-yard line. It's an amazing offensive line, not super great. I think for run blocking. I can't remember if I'm being 100% honest, but 16-0, do you believe? That is the most ironic thing you're going to see all year. Luckily for you, there's only like 20-some days left in the year. 26 days. And Jones, oh my lord. Oh my lord, Jones with the awareness. Look at that man with the camera. He's like, boop. That was a nice run. Kitna, kick ball violation, no kicking. Even though that was the action. Look at the stiff arm. Was that a Myles Garrett? Unlucky, bro. Myles Garrett just got manhandled by Kevin Jones, the official man of the NFL. Like, I'm sorry to whoever worked on, Madden or just EA in general, anyone that works on these cinematic things, but let's just call it where it is. Let's cut the crap. Nobody's playing Madden for the cinematics. I'm sorry, but it's just not happening. They're not bad, so, hey, they're still good. It's just, it's kind of useless. It's almost as useless as the end credits in a movie. You might want to see the first few. You're like, oh, that chick, pretty damn hot. All the time. The problem is sometimes you forget the name of the woman in the movie, and you're like, who is that? And then the other part is sometimes the woman's name will be a man's type name. It'll be like Alex with an, like, no, I guess it'd just be spelled Alex. And you'd be like, nah, that's not, no, that's a dude. And then later on, you're like, oh, Alex is a chick. Oh, look at the play action. And there goes Sean Rogers. And oh my God, Deshaun Kaiser was just murdered. 2nd and 19. The other side of the field is now the camera. Kaiser, all the time in the world. Oh my God, Kaiser is fast. Oh my Lord, did you see how fast he is? You never know. 3rd and 7. What do we got? What do we got? He's got, wow, that is a clutch throw to make. Under pressure. Had a guy in his face. That 2-minute warning. 3rd and 3, though. That's the most important thing for the Browns here from the 47-yard line. 46-yard line. Kaiser, all the time in the world. Just take off. You might as well. You might as well pull a Hundley. These number 7s, that's all they know how to do is run. And, hey, do it. It works, you know? It works. Another first down. Kaiser stepping in. He's going to take off again. That is well over the line of scrimmage. How you doing there, the Jameis Winston? How you doing? And that's, of course, a loss of down as well. So instead of running for the first down or very close to the first down or staying in the pocket and maybe throwing the ball to Josh Gordon there, he goes over the line, and that's a penalty. So this will be most likely a punt. Could go for the field goal. It is a dome after all. Do have a couple of guys out, and it's a complete lie over the middle. Roy Williams gets that first down. I remember there was I don't know if you guys remember insert cards. It was in Madden. I don't remember what Ultimate Team. It was a very early, within the first 2 Ultimate Teams, they were called insert cards. They were kind of, I wouldn't call them golden tickets because they weren't that tier of awesome, but they were limited in that sense. There was like 100 of each. I remember pulling a Roy Williams. It's a very cool card. Can't remember who there was, but there was a bunch of them. That was one of my favorite times in Ultimate Team. It's funny because those were the years where Ultimate Team really was majorly pay to win. The problem was, the reason why people didn't argue it is because people weren't sinking tons of money into it just yet, because people didn't know how big of a mode it was, and it's picked off. Wow, what a play. First and goal from the 3-yard line. And DeValve, I don't know why he didn't cut to the right there. As a timeout, I mean, there's still chances, but 2nd and goal, chances are dwindling. The Browns have a chance here to go. Oh, I don't know why I said up. I thought they would have had the field goal, but I remember they were just out of range. So, yeah, this wouldn't even be for the lead. It would just be to tie. They need to get points. Obviously, some sort of points. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 40-some seconds left. Kaiser throws it. Short. Duke Johnson is short 2 yards. And you know, this is Madden. They're going to kick this field goal, sadly. Would love to see them go for this. But, hey, get on the board is pretty impressive for the Browns. Like I said, I think the Lions have an amazing roster here from 2008. So the Browns are in this a lot more than I thought they would be. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Lions also got the ball first. 2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Clock is ticking away. They've got time, but they don't if they keep handing the ball off to Crowell. And Kaiser on the run, overthrowing his target. I don't know why Kaiser doesn't set his feet. Maybe he's just too fast for his own good. But that's going to lead to 3rd and 9, so a little bit of a do or die here. You did not want to have a 3 and out going against this Lions roster. 3rd and 9 for the 25-yard line. Kaiser has the ball. Throwing, and misses his target yet again. And there's a blocked punt. That's exactly what the Browns didn't need. Luckily, they do recover it at the 9, so it's not an automatic score. It is very tough to score here from the 10. But he bobbles the snap, bobbles the catch, and 27 becomes a lime or a lemon. It's up to him. And that's a great block there. Look at the punter's effort. He's like, oh. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world because the clock, it doesn't get drained. Thank you, Cleveland. And they, still only down by a touchdown. 3rd and goal. This could be a run just to get better settled for the field goal. It is not. It is a throw, and he gets sacked. Not the hardest field goal in the world, but they did sack him enough to where it's definitely not an easy one. Let's see if they can get some pressure, and almost blocked. And that is a good field goal. I want to see some throws. Kaiser's had some options here, and Crowell looking fast. And Crowell gets stopped for about a gain of 7. And Crowell is wide open underneath. He throws it to Crowell, who was wide open underneath. Going out of bounds here. And that will stop the clock momentarily, which makes absolutely no sense. From the 45-yard line, and that is a play action. He's got all the time in the world. He's going to throw a perfectly thrown ball to, I believe, DeValve again. Nothing too crazy on the scoreboard. Kaiser, take off. I would take off if I'm Kaiser. He takes off late and still gets the first down, though. A gain of 11, stays in bounds. This could be the last play from the third quarter, assuming the clock does drain the way we expect it to. Kaiser throwing, and it's intercepted. That is exactly what they did not need. Bullocks getting the interception. Pistol, a very famous formation today. And he's got the running back open underneath. No, he doesn't. He's going to throw this one in, and Roy Williams brings down the catch. That really makes me want to die. I don't know why they're throwing it here. I guess I see why, because Roy Williams cannot be touched. The Lions are starting to just destroy the Browns' coverage now. 2 seconds remaining. Kitna has all the time in the world. Going to throw to a wide open Roy Williams. Thought he stepped out of bounds, but he did not. And that is going to be the game. Can I sim this? I cannot sim this. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to go into franchise. If we can do it. Damn it. I just beat the crap out of a controller. Like, what are we doing here? Half the special teams like, all right, we're going to go left. What are you guys going to do? We're going to go right. 1-7 Browns versus the 3-5 Detroit Lions. And we win 38-20, which is better than I think the Browns did. I mean, it's better, but better than I think they would do in a full game. Let's take a look at the differences. So Kitna absolutely destroys the Browns. That was probably what Kaiser would have finished with. Crowell, very realistic stats, I like to think. Keep going on, though. Roy Williams, obviously he did better than that. Just in the short period of time that he had. 1 pick for Travis Fisher, the small man himself. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think the Browns actually will finish. I'll take a look at their roster real quick. There's a good chance, as sad as it might be, that they very well could beat the Packers. I'd be so devastated if they do. That would be the dagger. Clearly, the Packers season would be over. Not even just from a, oh wow, you lost to the Browns standpoint, but also just a sad standpoint of your record is just not going to have it. We would be, what, 6-7? Just not going to happen at that point. Let's take a look at the rest of the Browns' schedule. They play so they're already 0-12. They've already eclipsed their 0-12, I believe. Did they? It's so weird, unless it shows something. So in preseason, the Browns won every game. The Browns are 4-0 in preseason. But in the regular season, they lost by 3 to the Steelers, which is very close. Colts, they only lost by 3 to. So the Browns aren't that bad. Lost to the Jets by 3. All very clutch wins by the other team. Or very clutch losses by the Browns, I suppose. Packers versus Browns. Ravens versus Browns. Bears versus Browns. And Steelers versus Browns. There's a good chance that they could beat the Packers and Bears. It would be a sad day for the NFC North, but there's a good chance that that does happen. But if the Packers can win over the Browns, I think the Browns very well could go 0-16, assuming they haven't already won. I did not honestly look. I just assumed it. Browns are 0-12, clutch as they come. Yeah, so I think there's a good chance this could be an 0-16 Browns year, unless they actually truly are tanking and they want to have 1 win so they don't have that on their record. And I would never want 0-16. I would love to have a hot top pick. Never 0-16. That is just embarrassing. Sorry, Detroit. But it is. It truly is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, the I would call it comedy, but I don't know if I'd actually call it comedy and lie to you guys. But the comedic aspect of this video, leave a like. If you like the idea, it's not really that interesting. I guess, actually, we will take a look at what the Lions' record finishes at. We could have a chance at the Super Bowl here, the playoffs anyways. But yeah, we as long as the Browns keep sucking, we probably will do these every single year. A little early, but like I said, the Packers, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Cannot lose my meal ticket here. The Lions 10-6. Maybe they're gonna win the Super Bowl here. I guess video's not over until it's over. There it goes. They lost. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys come back for the next video. I think this is the last video for the day. Some sort of rebuild tomorrow, most likely. Don't know what team. But yeah, hopefully you guys come back. But until next video, see ya!